Why is autoimmune disease more common in women? There may be a new molecular explanation for this. And this article comes from Nature. It's written by Elie Dolgin, who is a favorite science writer of mine. And as probably most of you know, women account for about 80% of all cases of autoimmune disease, a category that includes lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. And so, a new explanation for the discrepancy has emerged. A molecular coding typically found on half of a woman's X chromosomes, but not usually in men's cells. This coding is a mix of RNA and proteins and central to a developmental process called X chromosome inactivation. Basically, because a woman has two X chromosomes, you don't want to be getting genetic flow from both of them because it's too much. You want to be more like a man, so you have one chromosome that's contributing to the gene. So they inactivate one of a woman's X chromosomes. This X chromosome inactivation muffles the activity of one of them, making the dose of X-linked genes equal to that of the XY cells typical in males. The process is highly physical because long strands of RNA, known as XIST, pronounced as exist, coil around the chromosome and attracting dozens of proteins to form complexes that effectively muzzle the genes inside. But about a decade ago, there was a scientist named Howard Chang out of Stanford, and he noticed that many of the proteins that interact with this exist are targets of misguided immune molecules called autoantibodies. And those are attack antibodies that are at your own system. So autoantibody. These rogue actors can attack tissues and organs, leading to damage characteristic of autoimmune disease. Because exist is normally expressed only in XX cells, it seems logical that autoantibodies that attack exist-associated proteins might be a bigger problem for women than for men. And indeed, Chang goes on to test that in mice and gets them to develop a form of lupus in male mice by causing them to express this exist protein complex. So, notably, the same autoantibodies were also identified in blood samples from people with lupus or the autoimmune disorders scleroderma or dermatomyositis. And so possibly the reason that women have more autoimmune disease is that they have more of these autoantibodies that are attacking the protein complex that is inactivating the genes from one of their X chromosomes. So, as far as treatments and where this is going to go, I don't think there is much yet, but just knowing why this might be something that's leading to help for people out there in the world.